Wow, I don't even think I've heard Mark Kermode eviscerate a movie like that, even like that, John.
I haven't heard such rubbish.
So welcome to another review where I'll be dissecting the latest cinematic catastrophe to grace our screens, Transformers 1. And trust me, this mechanical monstrosity about as entertaining as watching paint dry in the slums of Hong Kong. Ultimately unproductive and boring. Right from the get-go, this film commits the cardinal sin of lazy storytelling, exposition. Nothing screams, we couldn't be bothered to craft a proper narrative like opening with a big dollop of narration. And it doesn't stop there. The film keeps dropping back into narration whenever the writers couldn't figure out how to move the story forward. It's like they were writing the script on their lunch break and spent more time on the wine and spag ball than the actual writing. The plot follows Orion Pax, voice acted by Christopher Hemsworth, and his pal D16, played by Brian Tyree Henry, as they work as miners before embarking on some grand adventure to find the Matrix. I think it was the Matrix of leadership.
The Matrix of leadership.
But here's the thing, I couldn't tell you what kind of movie this was supposed to be. Is it an origin story, a buddy comedy, a heist film, a revolution tale? It's a hodgepodge of genre slapped together with a cohesion of soup. Sweet suffering Jesus, I've seen more personality in my toaster than these robotic dimwits. How am I supposed to feel anything for these walking tin cans? The film never bothers to explain who made them or how they became sentient. If the stupidity on display is any indication, whoever programmed these mechanical muppets should be sacked. Oh, and true to the message, we have a girl boss. Side rant. Why do we have genders in a mechanical world? Duh, so we could have a girl boss. Of course we do. Orion is annoyingly optimistic like an idiot puppy, while D16 is obviously Slavic. And you know what I mean there. Oh, and if that yellow thing is a precursor to Bumblebee, then thank fuck someone ripped his voice out. I've got to give a special mention to Sentinel though. I've never seen such a camp robot since we saw Homelander in The Boys. The repressed sexual energy and closet dwelling is high in this one. The voice acting is another baffling element. They've got Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, Brian Tyree Henry. These are big names that surely didn't come cheap. What a waste of talent, and in some cases, what a waste of not being able to view. They could have hired the local Glasgow kebab shop owner for all the emotional impact these performances delivered. Now, I'll give the devil his due, the animation looks fancy enough. The action sequences are fluid and the explosions are very pretty. But here's a radical thought. Why make a cartoon that's trying so hard to look lifelike? It's like putting a tuxedo on a sheep. You might make it look fancy, but at the end of the day, it's still a sheep. Side rant. The Autobot thing, never having been anywhere near Earth, why did they call themselves Autobots and model themselves on cars? And while I'm at it, why do they look so teeny tiny when in vehicle form? Like the director thought, let's give them the majesty of Hot Wheels in this throwback to the 80s. Side rant. How the fuck do you direct an animation anyway? Is it like when I ask Grok to redraw images? Usually it goes along the lines of, are you unable to follow instructions, you complete useless piece of crap? When I said faces of melting wax, I meant more horror and less bukkake. The character motivations in this movie make about as much sense as a vegetarian sausage. If Optimus had just jumped into the centre of the planet from the start, the whole mess would have been sorted right there and then. It's kind of reminiscent of Indiana Jones, completely irrelevant to the outcome of the stories. If they just had the odd robot jump into the centre of the Earth or the centre of the planet every so often, then we could eventually have got to a solution. Anyway, The film tries to show how D16 gradually becomes Megatron, but it happens with the subtlety of a bagpipe in a library. One minute they're best pals, the next they're mortal enemies. The transition feels more abrupt than a Scottish summer turning to winter in the span of an afternoon. It goes like this. Oops, I accidentally shot you, Orion. Why did you get in the way? Ah, fuck you. I mean, amazing character evolution in 6 seconds, and literally 6 seconds is all it took for that to occur. Side rant. Oops. Cogs. I forgot to mention the cogs. Some weird chest implant stolen by Sentinel at birth. Certainly plenty of loose cogs in this movie. In conclusion, Transformers 1 is nothing more than a moving light display masquerading as a movie. It's got all the emotional depth of a puddle in the Sahara and all the narrative cohesion of a drunken story told by your mate after a night in the pub as you slowly slide into unconsciousness at 2 a.m. That's me. I'm done.
A grumpy Scot with a pint in hand, ripping through films like a one-man band. Snarky cinema where the burns are hot, honest reviews you'll never forgot. Oh hey oh, hey, let the truth be told. No sugar here, it's biting and bold. With smirk and a scowl and a hearty laugh, the grumpy Scot is here to riff your craft. Remakes to sequels gone wrong, he'll tear them apart all video long. But if it's a gem, he'll tip his hat. Rare moments when praise comes from this cat. From cringe remakes to sequels gone wrong, he'll tear them apart all video long. But if it's a gem, he'll tip his hat. Rare moments when praise comes from this cat. Snark so sharp, it'll cut through steel. Honesty that you can taste and feel. No fluff, no fuss, it's a Scottish creed. For brutal truth, the world does plead. Oh hey oh, hey, let the truth be told. No sugar here, it's biting and bold. With smirk and a scowl and a hearty laugh, the grumpy Scot is here to riff your craft. So grab your popcorn and duck for cover. It's cinema chats with a twist to discover. Snarky Scot with reviews that sting, a brutally honest movie rating king.